What is considered normal but shouldn't be?
Family YouTube vlogs. Having your kids be just a tool for money is gross. Chronic sleep deprivation. Child beauty pageants in America. It's really creepy.
People mistaking arrogance for intelligence.
Unpaid internships. Applying for 100-something Joe bullshit in the span of a year and only having to call you back just so they can reach their interview quota and not even hire you. All the while you're unemployed, your savings are running dry because of overpriced rent and you're approaching homelessness with no one to turn to. Falling is easy and it's even harder to get back up. Everyone blames you for being a failure when deep down you know the system dealt you a shitty hand and you're doing the best you can, but it just isn't enough. That's life. Some of us don't get to see the light, just endless darkness until the end.
Celebrity worship.
Invalidating others' experiences because you yourself had never been through what they have, so therefore they're lying, overdramatic, exaggerating.
That capes aren't considered fashionable.
Widespread, pervasive governmental corruption.
Not believing children because they're too naive or imaginative. Your neighbor Billy Hillcuckle really did touch his scrotum, Margaret.
Medical bankruptcy. Rape in prisons. Minimum wage workers can't afford an apartment anywhere in the country. Blatant corruption in all levels of government.
Men being told to hide their emotions. Kids going to school for over 7 hours a day, coming home later because of extracurricular. Then having more work to do at home.
The amount of control corporations have over our politics and society in general. Politicians lying, and as a bonus, people excusing it away.
The joke the most wealthy country in the world calls a healthcare system.
Publicly mocking people for being skinny.
Does 2020 itself count?
The idea behind cancel culture. I understand that people do need to be held accountable for their actions. Celebrities often recover from being cancelled, so it's not a big deal on that front. My issue comes when people dig up old stuff on other people. Trust me, I've done some stupid shit online when I was younger and I don't think that I should have to worry about that coming out. Also ruining some kid's college career and potential Joe bullshit because he said the N-word on a video will only drive that person to have more negativity towards black people. Take the time, educate, don't cancel. Only putting 2 pickles on a cheeseburger. Unless you are using absurdly large pickles, 2 pickles is only going to provide enough coverage for half a burger. I know, I could just ask for extra pickles and get 4 pickles, but that's not really extra pickles, that's enough pickles. I say all burgers should come with 4 pickles by default. There might be bigger problems scourging our world, but right now I'm high and hungry and pickle justice never gets mentioned in light of our other problems.
Smoking. It's poisoning your body.
Letting your company take advantage of you.
Being offended when someone has a different viewpoint than you. Example, political discussions gone wrong. Looking at you Reddit as a whole.
Apparently interrogating and criticizing people who don't have or want kids is just par for the course in our society. Don't remember when people's personal lives became anyone else's business, but it wouldn't be the first memo I've missed. Like, how would people feel if someone they just met came up to them and started asking them what kinds of weird stuff their significant other and them are into in the bedroom? Why can't the conversation just be left at, I don't have or want them? Response: oh, fair enough. I hear women get it worse if they state they don't want kids. Maybe it's just the specific place I was born, but I get way too much flack for this as well. Can't imagine having it worse.
Romanticizing depression.
Working 40 hours a week.
Drinking excessive amounts of alcohol.
Homelessness in the USA prison and jail system.
Politicizing everything. Oh, they're saying masks are important? PFFT, Democrats just wanna control us and make us all wear hijabs. Oh, they want to reopen schools? Republicans must hate children and teachers. And I do mean everything. Oh, this character is getting killed off. If she wasn't black and gay, they wouldn't be doing that. Racist homophobic bastards. Oh, they're reimagining a TV show with LGBT characters. Moo gay agenda. It's very annoying and it leaves no room for open dialogue or creativity to be had anywhere. There needs to be better cooperation between all of us. It is pointless to turn everything into a political debate.
Mistaking aggression for strength. I see this all the time in relationships, politics, books, movies. It can get pretty messed up. It shows up in abusive relationships a bunch. Also mistaking real strength for weakness, not taking the bait to fight or argue, keeping your cool, siding with your significant other against your buddies who make fun of theirs, listening instead of talking, crying at real tragedies, not caring what people think and being yourself, saying no when you know you'll catch grief, etc.
Circumcisions. Pushing yourself past the point of becoming sick.
People higher up on the food chain at a job, talking to subordinates or even those with less seniority, like they're a complete asshole. Respect should be a two-way street regardless of position or length of service.
That part of the body positivity community. I mean, accepting someone and not judging them of their body, thin or with curves, is a really great thing to do, and I absolutely support that. But what I don't support are those people who take body positivity as in, you should accept yourself. Therefore you should eat more unhealthy amounts of foods. Because you are beautiful. And if you are on a diet, then sorry to say but you're going down the wrong path. The point of body positivity is to accept people who think their bodies don't fit, and help them with their current issues to make their lives easier, not to encourage them to stay or to even get more with the way they are now.
Waste culture. So much thrown away that can be fixed or given to someone who needs it. I was at the store and an employee was checking all the cartons of eggs. If even one was broken, they threw it out. I offered to sit and rearrange all the eggs so all the broken ones were congregated in a few cartons, but he wouldn't let me. I being perfectly serious. I know about Gleaners, but most stores don't allow it. I was a single parent for a decade and had an ex whose favorite hobby was dragging me to court over nothing to drain my finances. I helped 2233 Joe Bullshito support us and there were so many days I would skip eating so she would always have enough. I learned how to fix things and repurpose other things. It's frustrating hearing people complaining about not having the latest thing when what they have works fine. It was hard to watch people overindulge too.
Our United States education system. I am a proponent of our education of the classic math, science, and social studies classes, but how come we do not put the same attention towards health, physical education, philosophy, creative, artistic classes? It's appalling that our education system is deemed the gold standard, yet we are populated with buffoons that don't listen to our top scientists and scarcely think for ourselves, and those same buffoons raise and tell those children to get an education. It's appalling that we spend billions of dollars on unnecessary health supplements when our education system should have taught us proper health. Now it's biting us real hard in the ass. Edit. Deleted a double word.
Working 40 hours a week in a job you hate for most of your life just to afford basic necessities like food and shelter.
Calling people simp for simply just being nice.
People accepting anything posted on media as a fact and not checking it. Stop believing every single sob story or going with every reason why someone is upset or angry. I am sick of it. Cancel culture is ruining things.
Lying when applying to a new job. Greater than why do you wanna work in this company? I'm literally starving PLS help me. Calling all white people racist.
Billionaires. No one person should have the wealth of nations in a world that's got starving people dying, child labor, homelessness.
Obesity.
Yelling at kids and not talking to them.
Alcohol continuing to be legal while people are still being incarcerated for marijuana.
People are dying because they can't afford their medication or medical services. As Americans, we use the excuse of money being the biggest incentive for scientific progress and competition. This means that medications like insulin and EPI pens have their price set by their pharmaceutical company. And CEOs like fucking Martin Shkreli or Heather Bresch hike prices as high as possible so that they can increase their already million-dollar paycheck. There are individuals who refuse chemotherapy, so that they don't leave their families in debt. How we haven't voted against this system that is killing people who can't afford treatment in favor of convicted felons who just want to hoard as much money like the worst kind of dragons ever is baffling.
Getting mad at someone who doesn't want to talk about a specific topic with you. Come on, if I don't want to talk about politics with you, it's my own business. Especially politics, yes. I don't like it because everything leads to offensive arguing. So, I reserve it only for my closest friends, not even my family.
Tipping at restaurants. Just pay your employees a livable wage. Also, why is it expected that you tip twice as much for a meal that cost twice as much? You brought me one plate of food and refill my drink once, same as the cheaper place.